Hello everyone, this is Wednesday, August 11th, 1 p.m., 22 degrees Celsius. For our little walk around today, it's quite a warm day, sun shining, intermittent clouds, but above all, it's a beautiful day out here. And what more can I say? It's just an absolutely gorgeous summer day in downtown Halifax. So, I don't know, I got no destination in mind today. I just want to walk around and share some of this beautiful city with you folks. So we'll stand on this corner right here, and from this angle we will see City Hall, as we've never seen it before. I've never seen it from that angle, so that's kind of nice. We'll try to do things a little different today. There's a building just over here that's about to be, I think they're going to use dynamite to bring it down, but it looks like they stripped it and they put barriers around the building. So I'm going to go over and show you that. It might be the last look you'll see at that building before it's gone. It's an older building, been here a while, but we'll just take a walk over and I'll show you that. So this is the end of City Hall on the eastern end. I'm walking on Barrington Street. I have no idea what the video is about today. I'm just walking around downtown and hope you'll enjoy this walk. We'll show as much as we can here today in the sights and sounds of downtown at noon hour on a Wednesday afternoon in Halifax. I came over to the city this morning. I had a cloth mask and a paper one in case something should happen to one of them. And somehow I managed to lose them both. So, you know, it's really hard to get a mask when you don't have one because stores don't let you come in. So I went down to the ferry terminal where I know they have spares and they give them away if you come in without a mask. They'll give you a mask. So I got one there. Now I'm able to go back into stores and do things again. Without a mask, you can't go in anywhere. So right here, here's the building that's scheduled for demolition. I don't know the date that they're doing it. I wish I could be here when they do it because I'd like to get a picture of it coming down, but don't think I'm going to get to do that because I don't know when it is. This is a 7-story building that's scheduled for demolition, and it looks like it's pretty well stripped of anything of value. The windows are all out, the inside is gutted. Looks like a fire happened there, but it wasn't. It was just stripped so they can demolish it. And I think I saw a sign down here. There's a 9-story building scheduled for that location, I believe. But we'll go down around and we'll take a look and see, just to be sure what it said about it. Okay? So there it is, a landmark that's been in Halifax for a long time. Will be seen no more shortly. The barricades are all out in the street, so they must be planning on bringing it down. But they're the experts. They know how to bring it right down, and it won't go all over the place. It'll just come right down, and there'll be a pile of rubble here. So maybe the next look at it we get, it'll be a pile of rubble. Unless there's plans to take it down, but I don't think so. That takes too long. It's a lot of work, taking a building down in pieces, when they can just level it and then scoop up the pieces with equipment. I want to see if there's a sign down here that I can read. I think there is. There was a sign here Just wanted to see if there's a date on that when this building is scheduled to come down. Okay. Says no, all it tells you about is what's going to be here. On Granville Street, there's a nine-story mixed-use building is going to go here. Okay, so this one we have is 7 stories, and the one going up is 9. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 stories. There going to be 2 more stories added to it, to that building right there. So that's that. A 9-story building is going up. We don't know when this is coming down yet, but pretty soon, I would imagine. I'm probably not supposed to walk here because the sidewalks are all closed. So we'll get a couple of shots and then get a picture of this from this side while we can. All right, so there's what it looks like on this end. Pretty rough, eh? There was another building, I guess, hooked onto it right there. I would have been out in here in this parking lot, which has been long gone. Yeah, it says demolition zone, no unauthorized people. And it looks like maybe this one here is scheduled as well, because the windows are all out of that and everything. So I don't know if that one's being fixed up or if that one's scheduled to come down. Not sure. You can see I don't think they'll tear that down because the front of it's in real good shape. My guess is that one will be kind of fixed up some way. Maybe they'll build a new building inside of it, or it'll just fix it up, because I don't think they'll tear that down. That one over there is definitely to be demolished, and a 9-story building is going to be going in this place. So enough about that. We've cleared that up a little. We are on Granville Street in Halifax. Granville Street, which is not really a super business street. It's the back end of a lot of stuff that's up on Barrington Street. That's what you got down here. And you got some food places down here. There's a few. But mostly the stores, the storefronts up in the front, and they just extend back here. I am on Prince and Granville. That building that they're taking down back there, that's been an eyesore here for quite some time, so I won't be sorry to see that come down, because it is old and dilapidated and really made the area look a little bit rough right there, so it's good to have that coming down and something nice going up. Halifax is a city of rebuilding and building right now. Almost every corner of this city you look in, something is being built or torn down or remodeled or something. There's construction everywhere. So that's encouraging. So we'll take a little stroll down Granville and then I'm not sure. I'm going to let my feet lead me wherever they go. Not sure I'm going to go. There's a Japanese restaurant, Saki Restaurant and Bar. This building here looks a lot taller from the back end because you lost, let's see, One, two, couple of stories at least in the back. That's what it would be in the, if you're up in the front. All right, we'll try to get across here without getting run over if I can. Well, the week is flying by. Here it is Wednesday already again. Man, it goes fast. Time goes fast. Some people say when they retire, time drags on. Not for me. It went slower when I was working, because I find lots of stuff to do to fill my day. I don't sit around too much watching television. That's my last thing on the list. When I'm absolutely, if it's freezing, snowing out, and I just don't want to go out, or it's raining heavy, I might stay in the house for a little bit, but not always. Sometimes I take my umbrella and I go out even in a downpour. Even if my feet get soaked, I still go out. So I certainly don't get bored. How about you? Any of you, my listeners out there that want to comment on that? If you're retired or you're disabled or something, if you're finding it hard to get out, or you just make the effort and you get out there no matter what. Maybe that's what you do. That's a good way to be. Just we got an underground parking garage right here at the foot of, I will tell you shortly, because I want to walk when there's nothing coming. Okay, at the foot of Blower Street. You drive straight across the street and there's a parking garage underground. So it's quite a good size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. And it's right on the corner of Granville and Blowers. So if you're looking for a place to park downtown, there's a good spot. I came on this side because I'm getting warm out here today in the sun. I've been out here since this morning, but I didn't make a video because I just wanted to enjoy the morning and walk around, have a coffee, relax. But afternoon, it's all business now. I gotta make my video time today. This building right here has been under renovations for quite a while. And I see we've got a nice mural on here. That's nice. This building, the part that they're working on got a little bit dilapidated over time. That building's been there quite a while. And they used to have like a little food court in there. You go in down here, or right there where people are coming out, and it was a food court and a little, something like a miniature mall. Not very big. Got a few shops in there and some food places. And over time, it kind of got run down, not well maintained. One by one, the shops started moving out until we went through this while it was still open, and I think there was one business left in there. So something definitely had to be done. This is quite a large building for Halifax. It's one of our tallest. I won't say the tallest, but it's one of them. And it's an office tower. But the bottom come in really handy to the office workers, because there was food places down here, all kinds of fast food places, coffee places. And It's been under renovations now for the last, I think probably the last year, maybe more. It's been under reservations here. So they're doing a fantastic job on it. It's not completed yet. I'll go across the street so you can see how it's coming. We're on Barrington Street now. I'm going to try to get across here jaywalking. We're looking northward on Barrington. Now we're going to come over here and try to give you another perspective on that building. So you can see that big entranceway that's going the whole length. That wasn't there before. Before it was just a little entranceway in there and another little one out the back of it. So this is undergoing a huge transformation. I'm going to try to get in the shade here so get a little better picture of that building. There. It's quite a tall building, as you can see.
Other people are getting frustrated.
And it's really going to be nice when they're done. So the main doors will be off of Barrington, just starting down the hill. And there's going to be, I'm expecting a lot of stuff going in here because this big part under construction here, that wasn't there at all. There was an outdoor patio on the ground that was for a bar that went inside, and it had an outdoor patio. And that's all that was there. And I can tell it's going to be a wonderful building when it's done. I can't wait to go in there. Hopefully they have 2 or 3 good coffee places in there. Hopefully they have Wi-Fi. They probably will. Everybody gets that now. If you're a smart coffee shop owner, you'll get Wi-Fi for the customers because customers have come to expect that now. You go into the coffee shop, they're looking to get on the Wi-Fi as well. That's just how it is. You can't operate without it now. You got to have Wi-Fi. So you can see it's got a little ways to go. It's not quite there yet, but it will be probably by the end of this year. I would say it'll be done. Maybe not by fall, but for sure before Christmas. That would say that will be done. All right, now I got a good shady spot where we can stand and look it over. I am in the corner of Spring Garden Road and Barrington. It's a good little spot to stand here because it's shady. And we'll just have a look at things right from here. Looking up Barrington. And if I just walk over here, you can look up Spring Garden Road from here. And that big Catholic church right there is the church where back in the 80s, I believe it was, Pope John Paul II came to that church. There's a little plaque about it over there on the building. Of course, you won't do that today because I looked at that one other day, saw one of my videos. So I guess we'll go down the south end. Might as well. Gotta go somewhere, so my feet told me I need to go to the south end, so there we go. I do what my feet tell me to do. You know, when you're out here making videos, a lot of people knows what these equipment is, but some people look at you like you're drilling for oil or you're psychic or something, you know, they're not quite sure what to make of you. With all this equipment in my hands, the backpack on. But I'll tell you one thing, the young kids know what it is. They know how to use these things. They know how to use these things when they're 7, 8 years old. I was walking by the library one day and there was a family there, a man and his 2 kids. And When they saw me coming down the street with this, they pointed at me and they ran out and they knew all about it. And of course the father wasn't sure what it was, so he came over and I told him what I was doing. I said, I'm making a video for YouTube. So of course the kids wanted to be on it, so I put them on there. And then they asked me, what's your name on YouTube? Because I want to be able to look it up and see it. And they were kids like 7, 6, 7, 8, somewhere around there. And they know all about YouTube and how it worked. Amazing. So that's how it is today. The kids are smart. Don't ever think the kids aren't smart, because they are. They're smarter than we are, the grown-ups. I will never catch up to the technology that's out there. I'm not even going to make an attempt at it because it's not something I'll be able to do. I use what I use. I had to learn how to use this gimbal and my phone. In fact, I got 2 phones on the go right now. I got the one I'm using for the video, and I got my other one right here. So that's how it is. You learn what you need to use when you're my age, and you forget about the rest. When you're young, you're just like a sponge. You absorb everything, you remember it. Just to run my gimbal, I had to learn like step by step, one button, another button, how many pulls for this, how many for that. And then sometimes I'd forget the next day and have to remind it again, and maybe the next day I forget. And finally, I know how to operate it now. There's probably certain features it has that I don't use, maybe. I'm not sure. But for the most part, I can operate my gimbal now. It's like operating your phone with your thumb and your forefinger. That's all you need to do all your features when you're making a video. So you don't have to touch your phone to do anything. You can do it all right with your hand. Your right hand that's holding the grip. Or if you're left-handed, it'd be left hand, but it works either way. So we're walking on Barrington Street right now in the south end here. I've been down here a few times before. So if you want to see where that new building is going up out on the waterfront, I'll just back up a little bit and we can see the crane. Okay? Right straight back there. That's where that new building is going to be. So you'll be able to see it from Barrington when it's all done. And that's where it is. This building's been getting a facelift for quite a while. So I imagine that'll look good when it's done. I love these kind of days like this. It just makes you want to get out and spend the whole day out. And don't go home till the day is over. Because it's so nice out here. I'm not going to jaywalk. I don't need to do that. I can wait. I'm not in a hurry. Time means nothing to me when I'm walking around doing a video and nowhere to be, nothing to do but this. I'm not in a hurry. The only thing I like to do, I like to get lots of steps on before I go home. My goal is usually to try to get 20,000 steps in before I get home. Some days I think I will when I get home, and there's like 18 on there. And honestly, if I knew that, I would have kept my phone in my hand and walked around the house till I hit 20. But that's okay. 18 is all right. 20 is my magic spot. I like to get 20,000 steps. And I think 18,000 is around 12 point something kilometers. So 20,000 steps should put you, I don't know, 13, 14 kilometers maybe. That's quite a bit to walk in a day. Most people wouldn't walk that far in a day. But when you're walking around doing videos, you can walk that no problem. Like you don't even realize it. You're just walking along talking, and before you know it, you've put on your 20,000 steps. Sometimes I'll go about a week and I won't come down the south end, and I'll go other places. Then all of a sudden I'll come back down. Sometimes I won't go to the north end for about a week. And then I'll start going back up there. That's how it goes. You go all the time one place, you got to switch it around, go another. Halifax is not a big city. We're not to 500,000 yet, but the way the city's growing, we're probably going to be there before long. I think right now that if we was to get the latest census, the latest to tell us exactly what we got, we'd be over 400,000 HRM now, the Halifax region. So we're getting there. But it's not a big city, so you got to be creative to keep fresh with your videos, because it's not like up in Toronto where there's 1,000 things to go video. There's less here, but we're doing the best we can with what we got here, trying to be creative and find new things to film every day. Hello! I'll put you on YouTube. There's some dogs on YouTube today. Well, what's better than a couple of dogs, right? I'm going to cross here. We might as well walk through Peace and Friendship Park, I guess, since we're right over here. Why not? We can do is walk through the park. So here we go, down through Peace and Friendship Park. One of my favorite places. It's not an exciting place or anything like that, but it's a nice little park in the south end. Probably the biggest park right here in the south end. And there's lots of benches you can see, picnic tables and benches to sit on. There's a few tents of people camped out here. It's not an official camping spot, but some people has moved in here. And they got to be somewhere, so who am I to judge, right? Yeah, I don't care. Move here if they want to. As long as I can walk through here peacefully, I don't mind. This is the spot where you can write things on the rocks and put them here. Some people are using the rocks to weigh down things that they put here. Oops, did I? Oh, I thought I threw my gimbal out, but no, guess not. So let's see, let's walk down this walkway towards the Westin Hotel. I remember when this was our largest hotel in the city, long time ago. We used to come down here on the train station right there. And that hotel was there, but maybe not in the present state it's in now. They might have added to it, but me coming from a small village in New Brunswick, coming down here and seeing that hotel, that was like the biggest thing I had seen when the first time I came here. And Now it's still a large hotel, but it's small compared to some of them that's here. And there, of course, is the train station, which I heard that the trains are starting up again from Halifax to Montreal. Wasn't that great? We didn't have that for quite a while because of COVID. They were shut down. So just if anybody wants to see the sign again, I've showed it a few times. Look at that, we can have the Westin Hotel in the background and the sign right here. How's that? Peace and Friendship Park. And I'm not going to try to pronounce it in Mi'kmaq unless somebody will teach me how to say it. So, if I have any Mi'kmaq friends out there and you see me walking around with this gimbal, stop me and ask me if I want to learn how to say peace and friendship in the native language. I'd be more than happy to give it a try. All right, I'd like to be able to do it, then I could say it on my YouTube videos in both languages. So, if somebody knows how to say it, let me know. Back a long time ago in the 70s, I had quite a few native friends, and they taught me some words. I still remember a few of them, and after all these years, I could still remember them. And I learned some Cree words when I was out in British Columbia too. So I do love to learn some words in the languages. I just need somebody to help me along there to learn a few. I want to say Peace and Friendship Park if I can find somebody to teach me how to say it. Well, there's a lot of walkways in this park. Everywhere you look, there's a walkway going another angle. They're everywhere. Walkway, go diagonal, straight across, right angles, whatever you want. And that's the kids area down in there where mothers, usually, or parents, bring their kids here to play on all that stuff. And inside the area that is a soft, sponge-like bottom there, so kids won't get hurt if they fall. Another couple of dogs walking around here. Hello! Oh, I love dogs. Can't resist them. I think they're the best. When it comes to pets, dogs are the best. Dogs are like children. That's about where their mentality level's at. It's kind of like children. You treat them nice, and they'll be nice to you. They'll go everywhere with you and keep you company. And dogs know when something's wrong, something's bothering you. Dogs can pick up on that real quick. Cats can too. They seem to know when something's wrong with their owner. And then they get all concerned about it. So I'm back on Barrington again, walking in the south end. And back a long time ago when I was just a teenager. As I say, I used to come down here to visit my aunt and uncle and my cousins who lived up in Wolfville. And we used to come down on the train. I used to come down the train. And I usually had to wait for a connection to my other train, the train that went up the valley. So I used to walk over here, and there was a restaurant right there, that empty spot. Nice little restaurant. I used to come over to that restaurant. while I was waiting for my train connection. And there's the supermarket. Superstore, I think. There's a superstore. Isn't that the beautiful building, that one in the middle right there? Love it. Looks nice. Nice colors. In good shape. Atlantic Superstore, that's what it is. Are you enjoying our walk to the south end today? Every day is different. You're always going to meet somebody different or see something different than the time you was here before. Before I stop into my favorite hangout, I got a few other things to show you. Before I do that.
Young man?
No, it's all right. So I'm going to take you to two places. There's a little parkette down here I want to show you. Then I want to show you something I really love to show people. There's a tunnel under the railroad track. It's really amazing. It's not very often you see a walking tunnel with, there's no road, just a tunnel to walk through. It's a shortcut. Look at this kind of, an old motorcycle with a sidecar on it. All right, I'm going to show you this park first. As soon as I can get across here safely. That's a restaurant called Bonehead Smokehouse. Okay, we are entering a little parkette here. They don't call them parkettes here in Toronto, they do. But down here is the park. It's got two benches and a couple of picnic tables, some grass, and it cuts between two streets. It's called Raymond Tafal Park. And we're just going to see a little about Raymond Tafal, who he was, and why they named this little park after him. Okay? So, he lived from 1962 to 2012. So it looked like he was 54 years old. And I won't read the whole thing here, but I'll give you an idea who it was. He arrived in Halifax in the 1990s, and he was an activist Witnessing and suffering the discrimination of those afflicted with HIV and AIDS a decade earlier in Toronto. Raymond strived to be the change. And it goes on to say that one night in Halifax, there was a couple of guys in a fight, and he stepped in and tried to break up the fight. And as a result, he was killed. And so this was a memorial to Raymond Tafal, this little park. It says, Raymond's cremains are at rest on St. Albans Columbarium, All Saints Cathedral, Halifax. So there's a little bit about him, without reading the whole thing. I don't really have, I can't spend too long reading it, but anyways, that's a little bit about who Raymond Tafal was, and this park was named in his honor. And you can see it's really shady in here. And there's a bench. Let's just sit right on that bench for a minute and take in the sights and sounds from inside this little sheltered park. There is so many trees in here, the sun won't even hardly penetrate this place. So on a hot day, this is absolutely a wonderful little place to come. And Tim Hortons is just across the road there and up a step, so if you wanted to go there and get coffee and walk to this little park, this would be great. I decided to do a little different today. I'm going to do my video, and then I'm going to go back to Tim Hortons and turn my video off and finish up my video back there. So anyway, I just sat here for a minute to show you this little park. A lot of trees in here. The branches have been cut away for easy walking around. And a lot of leaf cover. And it's just absolutely a beautiful little spot here in the south end of Halifax. Okay, so if you come down Barrington Street, you follow it right pretty much to the end. You'll see a sign that says no exit. That's where this little park is. That graduate over there is where I take my car to get work done to it. And they're the best, very best. They used to be really good there, so I love that place. Now, we're going to cross the road, if we can. We may have to just be careful because we don't want to get run over here or anything like that. We'll wait till after this car goes by right here, and I'll make a run for it. How's that sound? Is that a good idea? Okay, we made it. Now, I'm going to take you down to my other little surprise. There's a tunnel under the railroad tracks. If you were going to Point Pleasant Park from here, it would be a long walk if you had to go all the way back up there and take Terminal Road and walk all the way back down again. If not for one thing, this little tunnel that goes under the railroad tracks. It probably takes off about 30 minutes of your time. Or maybe not quite, but maybe. It's quite a long walk around the other way. I've walked it. The first time I walked around, I didn't know this tunnel was here. But I'm going to show it to you. And we're not just going to look at it, we're going to walk right through it and come back. So, anybody living in Halifax don't know that there's a tunnel under the railroad tracks here, come down and just walk it, just something to do. I find doing these things fun because, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think you'd enjoy that if you come down here. The train tracks are right up there where that fence is, and it goes right down through here. And there'd be no way across if not for this little tunnel. Now, they got a barrier up here, so I don't know. Don't think we're going to be able to walk through it, but we'll sneak down in there and do a little bit, okay? I know we're not supposed to be in there because the sidewalk closed, but I was never one to obey rules. So let's just come right through here anyway. Can't come all the way, but we'll come a little bit. Just to see. In here. There we go. I don't know why it's closed off. It must be due to water leaking down through on the other end. Okay? So, we'll go a little bit. Okay. Just enough to show you what it's like in here, because it's wet on the other end. So, we're not supposed to be in here because it's closed right now. But we'll walk about halfway. Then we'll turn around. It's starting to get wet right here. So I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to get into trouble for coming in here when it's closed. Might get a fine or something. So normally you could walk right through here, but because there's water leaking down through the ceiling and they're trying to fix it up, I guess, it's closed for now. So anyway, there you go. You got a little peek at the tunnel. And I come all this way. I wasn't going to disappoint you and not go down in there. So there we are, the tunnel under the CNR tracks. Okay, now we're going back. Let's see, how long have I been at this thing now? 46 minutes, can you imagine? Now when you're having fun, time flies. When you're not having fun, it just creeps. But most of the days, I try to find something to do that's fun. At least do something I like. So, I'm going to go over to Tim Hortons now, get a coffee, and relax a little bit before I come back out and put my equipment away while I'm over there. And then I'll be all set after that to go wherever I'm going. Let's have a look at my time. It is 1:39. So that's what it is right now. I just want to check and make sure if anybody's tried to reach me or anything. Nope, no phone calls, no text. That means my wife is working right through noon hour today. I thought she would be because she had a slow day yesterday. And right across the street is the little park that we went and had a look at. And look at this, even painted the box. Oh, Halifax. There's so much artwork here. So much artwork, they even painted a picture on the box on the pole. Well, the Liberals got a big sign up down here. Well, isn't there something? This Liberal leader, part of their area is Sable Island. Well, Halifax Citadel, Sable Island. I didn't know there was anybody on Sable Island that voted, but maybe there is. Anytime I ever looked it up on YouTube and had a look at it, it was just looked like a sandbar out in the middle of the ocean. They have to keep fixing the runway there so you can land with a plane. But you never know, they could have some scientists out there or something, who knows. Anyway, that leader is in charge of Halifax, Citadel, and Sable Island. I got to show you these houses across the street. We walked right by them, but we didn't look at it, at all the different colors. They're all the same size, identical, but look at the colors of these. Isn't that something? Two the same, and then the rest are all different colors. Beautiful. The South End is kind of a charming place in its own right. Yeah, it hasn't got the growth that the North End's got, but it's still a remarkable place. So one more shot at those buildings. There you go. Hello.
Paul.
Yes.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
I'm not too bad. Can I put you on YouTube?
Yeah, you can.
All right. This is my friend
Dwayne.
Dwayne. I knew I'd forget it. Dwayne. I met him here about 2 weeks ago,
Yep.
right in this spot. So I don't know if he's left. Maybe he's been still here since then. I will check, but I don't think so. Because I think he had a motorbike, didn't you, that day?
Yep.
Yeah, he had a motorbike with him. So I know he's left at least once. He took the bike home. So how's it going?
Good, man. Just waiting for my girlfriend to get off of work.
Oh, okay. She works in Tim's.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to end my.
longest one at this Tim Hortons.
Huh?
They call her B.
B.
Yeah, she's been the longest one here at this Tim Hortons.
Really? Wow,
been
that's pretty
She's
good.
been here over 17 years.
17 years in this one Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Wow. She must be the head boss. By now.
Actually, she's not. She's
No?
a training manager.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Dwayne, I knew I'd forget your name. I
Yeah,
tried,
I was
but
ready to call you something else, but then I said, oh.
you're going to call me Willie Nelson or something, probably. Yes. Well,
Where's your friend today?
I had him out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we didn't come down the south end yesterday. We were up in the north end.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had a good day.
Up towards Young Street.
Yeah, it was up at that area out Kemp Road. We went to McDonald's out Kemp Road.
There you go.
And we drove around a little bit and different things. And,
Right
yeah.
on.
So, anyways, I'm going to end this video right here at the south end at Tim Hortons. Talking to my friend Dwayne that I met a couple of weekends ago here, a couple of weeks ago. And this is a good spot to sign off. We'll aim it right at Tim Hortons and sign off. One of my favorite spots in the south end. Okay, so if you liked this video, push that like button. If you didn't like it, well, forget about it. I haven't got a button on here for that. If you want to become a subscriber, push subscribe. That will just help me out immensely. And on that note, bye for now. Take care. See y'all later.